Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 1st. Also, Fat Tuesday. I'll explain a little later. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC Facebook and YouTube pages. We start with Holly for a check of today's forecast for this first day of March.
Danielle, thanks. And beyond today's scattered rain showers later in the day and some scattered rain and snow later tomorrow, we look ahead to the weekend and we'll get a little cool down as we're heading into Thursday and Friday. But boy, that's going to be brief. I'll tell you what, as we forecast Saturday into Sunday, it is all rain this first weekend of March. Definitely coming in like a bit of a lamb as we are just talking scattered rain later today. And of course, with this more rain in the forecast as we head into Saturday, late in the day, early Sunday, an indication that we are going to stay very, very mild. So that being said, here's a look at your Union Home Mortgage 7-day outlook. Highs today close to 50 with those scattered showers arriving today into the afternoon, early evening. Could see a little wet snow in spots as that comes to an end. And then we'll be dry again tomorrow to start with some scattered rain and snow late. And I was talking about how it gets a little colder as we just looked at Friday into the weekend on that last graphic. Well, there you see it. 30 degrees Thursday, a few flurries. Friday, dry but chilly with highs in the upper 30s. But then we are literally climbing into the 50s and 60s. We will have rain showers Saturday into early Sunday. It looks like by later Sunday, we're back to some sunshine. 50s and starting to fall again Monday of next week, Danielle.
Thank you, Holly. And we turn now to the Ukraine-Russia conflict. As fighting rages on, President Biden is reassuring Americans not to worry about nuclear war. This comes after Russian President Vladimir Putin made threatening remarks. The fighting intensified Monday as Russia takes aim at major cities. Ukrainian and Russian officials started talks, but there is no breakthrough in sight. Putin putting his country's nuclear deterrent forces on high alert.
Mr. President, should Americans be worried about nuclear war?
No. We are assessing President Putin's directive, and at this time we see no reason to change our own alert levels.
The U.S. and allies are sending more weapons to support Ukraine and rolling out tougher sanctions against Russia's central bank, the latest in a global economic assault that sent the Russian currency plummeting to record lows. But lawmakers on Capitol Hill are calling on President Biden to do more. And back here in Parma, Pokrova Ukrainian parish was collecting and packing up donations last night to send to Ukraine. They are working with the Cleveland Maidan Association. The containers of supplies will go to the Ukrainians and the Ukrainian army as well. They include medical supplies, warm clothes, and sanitary supplies. If you are looking for other ways to help, the Cleveland Maidan Association is taking donations.
This council has stood tall in the past, and we need to stand tall again to send the message that this type of behavior is not tolerable. We will not tolerate it. Vladimir Putin needs to be brought to his economic knees.
Cleveland City Council passed a resolution condemning Russia's invasion of Ukraine. It calls for continued and increased sanctions against Moscow. Now, the resolution will be sent to President Biden and Congress. And today, President Biden will deliver his State of the Union address, and it comes with no shortage of major issues to cover. The president is expected to talk about everything from the Russian invasion of Ukraine to COVID-19 to things like infrastructure, inflation, and his Build Back Better legislation. This marks the president's first State of the Union address. Last April's speech to Congress wasn't considered a State of the Union because he had not been in office a full year. And to prepare for tonight's speech, fencing around the U.S. Capitol is back up again. This is the same fence that went up in response to the January 6 attacks. In addition to the fence, hundreds of National Guard members have been called in to help with traffic control. And turning to sports, no deal. Major League Baseball and the Players Union have paused negotiations on a new collective bargaining agreement. This after a 16-hour day of meetings that stretched into early this morning. But good news for opening day still. The League and Players Association will meet again today, and MLB has extended its deadline for reaching a deal to 5 p.m. today in order to salvage a March 31st opening day. More local stories to bring you this morning. Here are 3 things to know. First, a former Cleveland police officer was sentenced to 3 years probation and has to register as a sex offender. Matthew Piter was found not guilty of rape, but guilty of 2 counts of gross sexual imposition involving 2 different women between 2017 and 2019. Piter was facing a maximum sentence of 3 years in prison. He resigned from the police department earlier this month. An update out of Parma following a fire ruled arson at St. Anthony of Padua School back on February 19th. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms increased the reward to $12,500, up from $7,500. This is for any information leading to an arrest and conviction of the person responsible. The fire caused around $1 million in damage. Cleveland City Council will formally propose a set of changes to help vendors at the West Side Market attract new customers. Among those changes, allowing vendors to sell alcohol and to add food trucks and other hot food stands. The city also wants to cap rent and offer more flexible leases to existing and new vendors. Vendors we heard from are excited about these ideas.
Heinen's and Lucky's Market, they all serve alcohol in their establishments, and people walk around and they drink some wine. Do the same at the West Side Market. Get up with the times.
They should have done that like 30, 40 years ago to put it up there. That is prime real estate to me. They can put restaurant, they can put demos, kitchen. There's so many, everybody now watching TV, cooking show. That could be every chef, not just local or international.
Other goals include revamping the covered arcades next to the market where you find produce and a lot of empty stands, and turning a locker room on the 2nd floor of the market into a dining area. Okay, now we'll take you back to Fat Tuesday because we are happy to say it is. Happy Fat Tuesday, everybody. And here in Cleveland, you know what that means. Paczkis. Hundreds of Clevelanders are lining up at their favorite bakery to get the Polish jelly-filled fried dough. Yes, doesn't it sound delicious? Well, Fat Tuesday, also known as Mardi Gras, reflects the practice of the last night of eating rich, fatty foods before the Lenten season fasting. So happy Fat Tuesday to all of you. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Go, starting at 4:30 a.m. Have a great day, everybody.